Testing, testing. One, two, three. Currently pulling myself up onto YouTube. I am so happy and grateful. It is Friday. My bad. Okay. Connection. Let's first make sure video is good. Let me go ahead and sit up straight a little bit. Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay. So I think we are good volume wise. I trust myself. I think we're gonna hold the mic a little bit. I tested it out trying to clip it to my hair, but I think we're gonna try the mic test. The reason why I even got this mic right now, one, it has to do with the story time that I'm gonna share with you all today, but also because the last time I went live on YouTube, I'm doing my thing. I was junk journaling, so I was a little bit further from the camera than I should have been, but I literally went to watch the video back because I was trying to clip it so I could post it on different platforms. I could barely hear myself. And I'm like, I'm in CapCut trying to make my volume louder and everything. It wasn't it. So today we're gonna test out my handy dandy new microphone, and we're gonna hope for the best, okay? Because that's all we can do at the end of the day. So, life update. I'm in a new background, which is it's gonna be a temporary background. I moved in with my fiance once my lease ended, and we're about to move into a new place together. So very grateful, very much excited for that because we need two bathrooms. ASAP, no Rocky. Today, Friday, is May. It is spring, but the weather is giving still bipolar. And it's like it was super nice, and then it got super cold, and like today actually it was a pretty spring weather day today. However, it was super cloudy, and I just wasn't ready for it. I want warmth. I'm tired of wearing long sleeves. Like I shouldn't be having to wear long sleeves and layers to work. I should only be like, oh yeah, let me grab a cardigan just in case. Like that's the type of time I'm ready to be on. But Maryland weather is not ready for it, so we move. We move on. So, the title of today's Angel Talks Live is I Belong in Every Room I Enter. And if this is your first time here, hello. If you've been here before, hello again. My name is Kayla the Angel. I'm a joy influencer and a graphic designer, and I love sharing affirmations. Affirmations are the words and phrases that help to remind us of the truth of who we are. In a world where I overthink so much, in a world where I doubt myself so much, I have to learn to trust my words, trust the things that I say about myself. And what better way to do it than with affirmations and truly to affirm the truth in me, affirming the things that I can so easily not focus on when that really is the essence of who I am. So affirmations almost help keep me afloat. Overthinking likes to try to drown me out a little bit and likes to take over, but affirmations truly help keep me grounded. They help keep me joyful too. And I'm just very grateful for the role it's played in my life. And knowing that because I've been able to share affirmations with others, it's also been able to help others too. And I'm just very grateful for that with the content that I post, with the offers I have, like the off the page affirmation guide, which is, a step by step guide to help you with writing affirmations for yourself too. It really is something that has helped me tremendously. And I'm so grateful to also have ways to be able to spread that to other people too. Like literally, I just posted a affirmations post just this evening, and let me go ahead and repeat those affirmations for y'all here. So I got a couple affirmations to share. Y'all getting spoiled today. So the first set of affirmations, if I'm being honest, these affirmations came from a place of me having to remind myself of who I was. I had a conversation that almost caused a lot of doubt in the things that I was doing and who I am and the growth journey that I've been on. And when I was able to take time to reflect, I was able to perceive the fact that I can't afford to put weight in the words of others and lessen the weight of what I see about myself, how I know I truly am. And by being able to remind myself of that, it has allowed me to just be it's allowed me to sit in the confidence of who I am even more so. It's almost like I'm showing myself I used to lack a lot of confidence. I used to easily just go with the things that others were saying, like, yeah, you know what, you're right. Let me take it, let me apply and go on forward. But I have to know because I know myself now. I know the things that I want. I know what I'm striving for. I have to realize that everyone's comments doesn't have to be taken in and applied into my life. I can take it, listen, and keep on doing what I need to do. So I kind of needed that reminder for myself, and these are the affirmations that helped me to do so. I am confident in who I am and what I do. I am a beautiful work in progress. My peace is a non negotiable. I am a vessel of God's love and light. I am grounded in truth and kindness. By being able to put the things that I needed to hear in the way that I need to hear them. For someone, you might be saying, "Oh, well, Kayla, you could have just said, I am confident. I trust myself." Then, yes, but that's the power of affirmations with being able to truly tailor it to what it is that you need to hear in the special way that only you can say it. And that's really what the off the page affirmation guide helps support as well, too. Let's see. Another, just kind of going through the different affirmations I wrote this week. Okay, so this is from yesterday. So recently I started a 30-day challenge for myself. So shout out to Jada West. She, when I tell y'all, she has just kind of recalibrated my brain a little bit. She created a quiz called the Creative Thinking Styles Quiz. And what this quiz does is it asks you questions, obviously, and then after you answer the questions, it helps you to align yourself with, okay, how do you think creatively? How does your brain work? In a world that has so many different cookie cutter models of, okay, you should do this, you should do that. No. How does your brain work and what do you need to do uniquely for yourself to help yourself out? And so when I took the quiz, and I'm gonna put the quiz in the description once I update the video and everything. When I took the quiz, my results were my first dominant thinking style is inspirational thinking, and my secondary thinking style is systems thinking. And if I have to, let me try to put it into words. Again, I'm gonna probably link. Oh my gosh, my light just got brighter. I'm gonna link one of Jada's videos, just to kind of show you all. I'm like, I hope the light don't go out, please, please. But inspirational thinking is basically I get my creative sparks. Oh, it just came. Like it just comes, and if I don't do anything with it, sometimes it just stays in my head, moving around, or I have to take time to do something about it, to take time and invest in the creative sparks that come. However, because I'm an inspirational thinker, when I have the spark, I'm energized and I'm excited about it, but over time, I almost get a little bored. I get sometimes bored chasing things. And I'm just like, oh, or I'm thinking other people are getting bored of it too. When it's just like, no, Kayla, you have to stay consistent with it. You have to keep doing it. But because I feel like I don't have the spark anymore. I'm just like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. Like, let's say, for instance, let me put myself on blast. I promoted a affirm and confirm challenge last year, and I remember I was super excited about it. I felt good. I made the marketing materials. I was posting about it and everything. And I think it was maybe I wouldn't put it past 3 weeks of me actually like marketing and talking about it to when I was just like, oh, no one's interested. No one wants this. I should just stop. And I did. Because I was just like, okay, either something's not connected or something's not happening, da da da. But when I think back to it, I feel like I'm like, did I give myself enough time to truly nurture that spark? Probably not. And I can even as I'm talking about it now, it was a good idea. I think it was a good idea. And so it's just so easy how good ideas can come to me as an inspirational thinker. But if I don't do anything about it, or if I get bored with it, then it's almost like, why did it even come? But thankfully, I've been able to, because I'm able to identify that, I now am able to capture sparks when they come, whether that's in my notebook, in a voice memo, whatever that case may be. Okay, I just saw my light get dim. And by doing that, sorry, I got a little thrown off. And by doing that, now I'm able to nurture my inspirations, the spark that's come to me, instead of being like, oh well, I had it and then it was gone. It's like, no, I'm capturing it and I'm doing something about it. So that's been exciting. And then with the systems thinking, I am very much okay, if we do this, then that. And if we do that, then this. And if we do this, then that. Like, everything has a process. Every action has a reaction, and I'm almost trying to anticipate it and like trying to think ahead and trying to plan out, how are these things connected. But in that, it almost gets me. Sometimes I can be a bit more rigid than I need to be, and sometimes I set my expectations for myself a little too high almost, and that's not good in the sense of it either. But there are still strengths of being a systems thinker where I am able to put things together strategically. I am able to come up with, fully fleshed out detailed frameworks to help people and get people connected. Like I know I believe I made a carousel last year, or just like just trying to just sharing the affirmations, even with the off the page affirmation guide. That's a system that I have to where you are taking time to journal and perceive what it is that you need to hear. Then you're writing affirmations for yourself to affirm the truth. Then you are going out into the world and confirming the affirmations that you wrote for yourself. So even that, I never even really make that connection just together. But that's the system that I have, and one that has helped me. And I also turn it into something to try to help others as well too. So that's exciting. But saying all that to say, when it came to taking the quiz and I got my results and everything, then after that, there was an offer to do a 30-day creative let me. Oh, sorry. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get it right and get it tight. Okay. 30-day creative stabilize Stabilization plan. Kayla, please. I got my degree, y'all, I promise. 30-day creative stabilization plan. And with this, Jada has created a 30-day process where I am not working against myself. I'm not trying to fit my creative thinking into a schedule or framework that someone else created. I am taking time to understand how my brain works, how ideas come to me, and then create a natural habit for myself of showing up consistently, creating content in a way that works for me, not against me, and to be able to effectively market myself, my offers, and all the different things that I have going on. Because don't get me wrong, I love creating content, but I ain't just doing it for the love of the game. So I hate to break it to you, I truly am trying to build a platform, a personal brand, build businesses for myself. So setting myself up for that success. And in the process of doing so, I know I need to just work with my brain better and easier. So I'm really excited because I've been doing the 30-day creative stabilization plan, and I'm currently on day 15. And one of the projects that I'm working on, just to bring y'all in, is a carousel, creative a carousel where I'm going to showcase the design process that I did for the Getting Unshy Collective. So I don't want to share too much on that because I don't even want to know what time it is. How long are we in here? You know it. All right, yeah, we already at the 15-minute mark. Okay, so that is Kayla's life updates, and I'm super excited for that. So I belong in every room I enter. So last week I went to a marketing conference with my manager, and I was super excited. One, this was my first work trip where I had flight. Oh, that reminds me, I need to submit my expense report. I had my flight, hotel, meals, everything paid for. Hella, ain't have to worry about nothing except for booking the stuff, you know. And so going to Phoenix, Arizona was awesome. Warm weather, had my outfits all packed. I got these little packing cubes, and I was good to go. So for this event, this was a marketing conference. And beforehand, I downloaded the event app, and I actually ended up going to the event with my manager. And so we're applying for the different, not applying, signing up for the different workshops, breakout sessions, and group breakfasts and lunches and all these different things. And we've, coordinated our schedules. And there was a program the first day of the event called Future Leaders Breakfast. And my manager actually was the one that called it out to me. And she was like, oh, Kayla, I really want you to join this. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm a future leader. She sees me as a future leader. Okay, cool. We good to go. And so I remember, so it's the morning of the first day of the conference. We got there early because I needed to pick up my badge and go to registration and everything, which I was super glad for. And so I just want to let you guys know. So here I am. It is Monday morning in a new city at my first conference, and I was feeling a little nervous. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So I did what I always do. I took time. I had some time. I sat down. I decided to write some affirmations, journal a bit, then write some affirmations for myself. So let me share with y'all the affirmations that I literally wrote the morning of before going to this marketing conference. I multiply my skills and talents. I am joyful and open when connecting with others. New adventures hold beautiful opportunities for me. I put myself so sorry. Whoa. I put myself in positions to attract success. And actually, in my little journaling moment, I also did write, I belong in every room I enter. But when I tell you that has been just a like self affirmation that I've had for a while. So it felt good to just kind of set the tone for the day. You know what? Even if I'm nervous right now, I know I belong in every room I enter. I know what the skills and talents that I have, and I'm just gonna show up and do what I need to, and show up and get the value that I came here to get. So, y'all, it is what time? It is. Oh gosh, was it 7:45? Yeah, I believe it was 7:45 at this point. The breakfast, actually no, it was 8:45. The breakfast started at 9 o'clock. So you know what? I'm here thinking I'm like doing something. I go and I'm like walking to the room and I meet this lady. And I go up to her and I was like, "Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm here for the Future Leaders Breakfast." And she's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Are you a nominee?" And I'm looking at her and I was like, "A nominee? Nominee for what? Like, I'm here. I got my ticket. I got my badge and everything. I didn't know I had to get nominated." And so then she's like, "Oh, the Future Leaders programs is actually, kind of like a private program only for the people that were nominated by their senior leaders to be here. They went through a whole selection process, all this stuff." So I'm looking at her and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, no, I was literally in the app. It wasn't like it was a private session or anything. I was literally able to add it to my schedule. So I thought it was just open, for any, young professionals that wanted to join. I really wasn't thinking that deep into it. But to realize that this whole thing with a whole program set up, months before the event even happened, I definitely felt like, oh my gosh, I'm here trying to infiltrate. So she tells me, she's like, "No, unfortunately, this is a closed program session, but there should be another session that you could get value from for first time visitor, first time guests." And so then I walk out the room, I'm sitting outside the room, and I'm looking at the schedule, and the event in the session she was talking about literally was about to end at 9 o'clock. So I'm kind of sitting out there feeling a bit deflated, literally looking like a lost puppy. And she ended up coming back out because I was literally sitting in the hallway across from the room that they were in. And again, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. And she's like, "You know what? You're here. Why don't you come ahead and join us? You can sit in on the breakfast session." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, just feeling really grateful." She could have not came back out. She could have still turned me away. But what active confirmation of I belong in every room I enter. And she helped affirm that for me. And it was such a blessing. And I was really grateful for it. So here I am amongst all these other people that have been nominated, were handpicked to be in this room. Yet here I was just here because I added it in my phone. And so I'm sitting there listening. It was literally a 2 hour session, y'all. So we started out the session, just kind of listening to the host of the session, the host of the whole program actually. And then we end up breaking into small groups, and we break out into small groups, just literally talking about real life topics that impact us in our day to day marketing roles and things like that. And I did, especially because I'm there, I'm like, okay, I'm already here in this room. I'm gonna act like I really belong, and so I'm engaging in conversations. Making sure that I'm sharing my opinions, my views, and just making sure, even though I do belong in the room, I don't need to be quiet in the room. I can be Kayla in every room that I enter. I can sit and talk in the fullness of who I am, and being able to recognize that truly just put even more just like fuel inside me. And so we had to break out session tables, and then we even had like this little group project. So basically, we had to pitch a team offsite meeting. So your job, y'all getting together and y'all having an offsite event like at Top Golf or at a hotel banquet room, and y'all have different things. So literally, we're sitting in this group, mapping out like a fake offsite event, and we mapped it out, and then it came time we had to present. So no one in the group really wanted to present. This one girl was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And I was like, "You know what? If you need, I'll go up there with you." And she was like, "Yeah, I would appreciate that." So we both go up there. We're presenting, we're talking back and forth and everything. And then people are like, "Oh my gosh, you did such a great job talking up there and everything." And I was just like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, it truly was a team effort. We all worked together to come up with the ideas. But again, it's just that standing in the fullness of who I am. I am so I don't need to be afraid to speak in crowds. I don't need to be afraid to talk in front of people. And even if I say the wrong thing or even if I make a mistake, it's okay. I can keep going because I still belong in the room. And just that's just confirmation that I'm human. The fact that I make mistakes too. So point blank. So literally, y'all, that what almost could have been a not so great start to the event truly catapulted me to having an amazing experience. So not only did I take part in the breakfast session, there was a happy hour slash dinner that night. So we went to a restaurant and we all were there together. I'm talking, I'm connecting to people, I'm sharing LinkedIn's and everything. It was a really great time. And then the next day, Tuesday, so y'all, if actually probably y'all wouldn't know, I am the Frey fan, truly. Shout out to my mother because she definitely was the one that introduced me. I remember being in the backseat of the car, listening to How to Save a Life, and they literally had a private concert for us because of the marketing conference with the Frey. So before that, we had a little happy hour. And at the happy hour, I'm like talking and mingling to people that were talking and, that were sharing a keynote and that were like on the main stage, like people that were very prominent in the company and everything like that. So it was super awesome just be able to put myself out there and to network so great. Like I was so proud of myself. Another thing I was proud of, I wanted to make it a goal to promote and post on LinkedIn. So literally, I posted on LinkedIn on the second morning, and by the afternoon keynote, they had a screenshot of me on LinkedIn on the big screen. I was so glad. I think I got a picture too. So I was just so proud of myself. But I just went, oh hey Jada. I just what this experience was, it was just proof that even when you don't think you belong in the room, even if you may not have been invited into the room, hello, even if you weren't nominated into the room, you still belong there because of the fact that you entered it. Some people that maybe not wouldn't have even entered the room if they maybe saw something on the screen that said, "Oh, private session" or whatever. But I decided to. I entered that room. I had a smile on my face. I was an active participant in the way that my light was able to shine out for so many people to see. It felt so good. And literally to have real LinkedIn connections with people, not just people that added me randomly, people I actually know, people I've shared a drink with, conversated with. And how often, even especially like at work, like on socials, in my content, I am a joy influencer, loud and proud. But it really was that confirmation of Kayla, you're a joy influencer everywhere you go. When you're at work, when you're on a work trip, when you're in public, when you're with your family, when you're with your friends, you're a joy influencer. And being able to stand firm in that and just knowing that for myself, I needed that. And I just want to affirm for anyone that needs it, any room that you may have been scared to enter, you belong there. You belong in any room that you want to enter into. Please don't ever doubt yourself about that at all. So literally, so coming back, even people on in the company at my job that I work for, they're stopping me in the halls like, oh, I've been seeing your post on LinkedIn. Literally, we're like, oh no, you hold on. People that were talking, oh, sorry. Okay, so you can hear me connected, like, oh, like you're hearing other audio as well. I mean, possible. Here, let me. Okay, I tested out long enough with the mic. Let me turn it off. Okay, give me a second. Ooh, sorry. Oh gosh. Sorry. All right. I just unplugged the mic. Okay. I'm sorry. I guess I moved too fast. Are you able to hear me now though? I did unplug it. Ah. Just unplugged the mic. Okay. All right. I confirm. Y'all can hear me. It's just it just sounds the same. Okay. Maybe I just need to move closer. Sorry. Oh, okay. Like the mic. Okay. I mean, it might be the mic. I ain't gonna lie. I got the mic for free, so I ain't gonna put too much stock into the mic for real, for real. Okay. I think we're good like this. That sucks. The mic went back. I thought I was being. Cause remember last time I went live, the sound did not work at all. I thought I was doing something. That's alright. I still was. I still was doing something. Mhm. Okay. All right. All right. So I think we are good. So I belong in every room I enter. So I know one thing I talked about this week because I kind of made sure I did a promo of this YouTube live. So I was very proud of myself. It's okay, Jay. You are good because even just like holding the mic too, like it was cool, but it's all right. All learning. And look, I showed up. That's all that matters right now. uh, let's see. Okay, like. Okay, so I belong in every room I enter. Got my pen. Hmm. I belong in every room I enter. So, especially so with this marketing conference, really this is I'm fairly new into my new transition role. You know, I started out in the consumer marketing team that is marketing to people and like to, people to customers directly. And then now I'm working in the enterprise team where we are marketing to businesses. So we are marketing to the lead engineer of a company or the CIO of a company or the CMO of a company, whoever. And so the difference in that really has just been just a different level of understanding. But even when I started with this role, I knew I was like, nope, I'm gonna give myself like a grace period. I started the transition in December, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself like up until like February. Like by then, I'll be good, and I'll just feel better. And even in that, though it wasn't actually no, though it was still the room, the team's meeting room I was entering, and still I would enter different meetings and stuff, and it was really just kind of silent, just trying to listen, trying to absorb and everything. But over time, it's almost like I had to realize like I have to at some point take ownership of what it is that I'm doing, this new role, and the skill sets that I have. I am capable of doing that. I am capable of, excuse me, I am capable of being able to effectively communicate and to share my ideas and give my insight, my perspective. Even though enterprise is new, it's still marketing. And it still is something that I know how to do and I know that I'm capable of as well. And by being able to do that, it's just helped to affirm for me again. I belong in the enterprise marketing team. I belong in the meetings, in the rooms that I've been able to enter in that. And it's just been a very rewarding feeling, especially even my job. I'm going to make a LinkedIn post about this. My job has like a monthly newsletter, and my marketing, me and the marketing team, we were all featured as like the leading like section. It's like five things with the enterprise marketing team, or five things to know. That's what it is. So it was really nice, like being able to be highlighted in that way. And I really got a shout out my manager, because at first she was presented with the opportunity of, oh, okay, let's do a five things to know about her. But one, just because of this type of person that she is, she was like, no, I'd rather use this as a way to help, to talk about the team and everyone else to get some shine too. So she has been such a great supporter and encourager, but also helping me to just stand firm and like, no, Kayla, you can do this. You're capable. I can do it. She leaves no room for me to doubt myself, and she very much has just nurtured and helped energize me to be confident in my day to day role. So I've been very grateful for that, and her her guidance in this chapter for sure. Because now it's like I'm talking to her like, okay, look, I want to do this, I want to do that, and she's very open and receptive to the ideas and the conversations that we have together. However, it starts with me being confident in the things that I think and the things that I believe in. I can definitely be someone, I guess, a little slow to speak sometimes. Slow to speak. Sometimes I guess a little slow to believe in myself, believe in the things that I need to. But I know what it feels like, and I know how rewarding it is to believe in myself, to stand out and step out in confidence, and to enter the world with not faking, not a fake smile, with a real smile, of, yeah, I'm Kayla, and I'm gonna contribute to this conversation. I'm gonna enter this room with confidence. I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna do my best. And if I make a mistake, it happens. If I don't know a terminology, I'm asking questions. Literally, I'm at the marketing conference, and like we were having a conversation in one of the different workshops, and someone said, I kept seeing SAAS, and even though for some that's like a common marketing phrase, I always saw it, but I never knew. So I asked the lady next to me, I was like, hey, what is SaaS? And she was like, oh, software as a service. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. And I'd be seeing that on my job website. But for whatever reason, I just never asked. I never Googled for myself. But sometimes, one, it helps you make even more of a connection with someone just by being vulnerable, being open, and asking for help, asking for the things that you need. Even when I think about creative, the 30-day creative stabilization plan that I'm on, thanks to Jada West, this is something I needed to better understand how my brain worked, why I was not why I was showing up daily but still felt like I wasn't being consistent. Why I am felt connected to some pieces of content, disconnected from others. And being able to understand myself, understand my natural rhythm, I can now, and I'm still in the process of being able to come up with my plan. But even with the 14 days of the plan and the days that I've been on, being able to journal, being able to write down my ideas. Even sometimes I am like, oh my god, am I kind of like repeating my ideas? But I still need to, if I keep thinking about it, then I need to write about it and do something about it. Like, let's be honest. On on day one of the stabilization plan, I wrote that I want to create a carousel of the Getting Inside Collective brand design that I did recently. At first, it was just a thought, and it was one that I have had in my head, but didn't really know how to flesh it out. I knew I wanted to talk about this graphic design project that I did that I was so proud of, but again, it was just a spark, and I didn't nurture it. I didn't do anything with it. So with this plan, I was like, nope. All right, Kate, let's write it down. So I wrote it down on day one. And it's not even about the length of time or how long it took or whatever, but on day 13 I officially started making I started creating the carousel. I opened up Photoshop, I named the file. I picked the color background that I wanted. And what was it? Because on day 9, I had wrote out, okay, before I even take time to go to Photoshop and maybe get overwhelmed, let me write out, okay, this is what I want on slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, slide 5. And being able to write that stuff out, being able to take the time to just align with what felt good, what was coming to my head, getting it out, not leaving it in my head like, oh yeah, I'll come back to it later. No, I'm not coming back to the thought. I can't just pull a thought from the back of my head. If I really want to do something about it, I'm writing it down, okay? And that has been confirmation, honestly, for something that I've known for a while. But sometimes you need something to help you to actually do something about it. And that's really what the 30-day stabilization plan has helped me to do. I know I need to write more. I know I need to journal more. I know I need to stop overthinking things and start writing things so I can really actually figure out, okay, what is it that I want to do with the ideas that come to me? But I wasn't doing it. But I have proof of the last 14 days of me doing that. And I'm grateful and I'm excited and I'm looking forward to it. And it's so nice just being able to seeing my progress, seeing the fact that what started as an idea and then being able to dig deeper into the, okay, how am I going to make this idea real? And then actually having confidence in myself and believing in myself enough to actually do something about it. There's something so invigorating about that. I am actively creating proof of my for myself that I can do what I say I'm gonna do. It starts as an idea, then you make a plan, and then you do it. And I'm just very grateful for how I've been able to work on this and for the more ideas that are coming that I can now go back to and be like, oh, I wrote this on day 3. Let me start fleshing that out. Let me start working on that, and being able to do that. And I'm just, and yeah, and just being able to do that. And I'm just so grateful. And one other way that this has been really helping me with just understanding how I think creatively is with the upcoming Joy Offline happening on Saturday, May 30th at Glenstone Museum. If you're in the DMV, Maryland area, I invite you to come because we are going to have such a great time. You're going to frolic. We are going to enjoy the sculptures and the art around us. And we are also going to enjoy making time for you and doing something that you want to do. And I'm so grateful to be able to create that space for people. And really, when I think about hosting events and curating safe spaces for people, anyone that I encounter, anyone who, is kind enough and, excited enough to join me for one of the events that I host or the Joy Offlines that I host, I want them to know that they belong in every event space. They belong when they enter. When I held the Joy Offline for the junk journaling event in at the end of at the end of March, I know, and I can stand firm in the fact that one, that I was able to curate a safe space. I was able to curate a fun space with people. I was able to introduce people to something that they had never done before. But I am hopeful, and I guarantee that those people are probably still junk journaling, or even if they're not, they at least know that they have something to go back to when they want it, when they need it. And I'm grateful that I was able to create that for them. And if I'm being honest too, the confirmation of how I know that I created a safe space for people with the first Joy Offline is the fact that the two people that came that I never knew, never met before, literally found me on TikTok the day before the event. As soon as I finally fleshed out the details for the upcoming Joy Offline on May 30th, I decided, I was like, let me send them a personal invite, letting them know. And they were 2 of the 6 people that immediately RSVP'd. I literally, I had 5 people join me for the first Joy Offline. Already for the second one, I've already surpassed the amount of people that I had at the first one. Oh, thank you, God. I'm so grateful. I have already created proof for myself that what I am doing works and people need this. And the fact that if I'm being honest, almost like meeting that goal almost made me feel like, okay, like I did it. That's it. But it's like, no, Kayla. One, I got 19 spots to fill, so you haven't you ain't gonna stop hearing it. The spots are filling up fast, okay? And please know that there are more people that need to come. There are more people that need this event. And by me knowing that, one, it helps inspire me to keep going, to keep marketing about it, to not allow myself to get bored or drained from, mentioning it in my different videos because I know the implication of what this idea is doing. This idea is not just something just to share. No, this is helping people to create joy for themselves. This is more proof of me being the joy influencer that people need, helping people to create joy for themselves, giving people an opportunity to experience joy because they deserve it, not because they earned it, not because they worked all week and then it's like, okay, yeah, even though it is gonna be on a Saturday, I ain't gonna lie, but you still deserve to take an opportunity for joy. And by being able to create these spaces for people with the Joy Offline events, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And truly, again, it's gonna be so fun. And that's one of the other things, ideas that I have. I want to make a graphic design carousel, really sharing even more details about the Flintstone Museum. Little snapshots. Actually, this is gonna be my first time going, so I'm excited, just like everybody else. Okay. I also want to share exactly by coming to the Joy Offline event, just being able to share like how we're gonna get together. I gotta figure out what color, because one thing about me, I love a good theme. For the first Joy Offline, I didn't have a color theme or anything, but because we're gonna be in a more public space, I am gonna probably ask everyone to wear a certain color. Let me know in the comments what color y'all think I should have everybody wear. I don't know yet. I'm like, I could see pink just because I love pink. But I could also see green just because of nature, being outside. Or I could see like blue too. Themes are the best. I agree. Let's think. Because I think for me, like for the nature walk, knowing like green is going to be a consistent color we see, I feel like green. Excuse me. Blue, like a lighter baby. Okay. Yeah, match the sky a little bit. And that way, even if it is cloudy, we still bring in the bright blue sky with us. Okay, I think that could be cool. Oh, period. Jada, what you said, I love the way you broke that down. When I tell you again, and I know this always happens when I be online, I be entering flow state, and I'm like, wait, what did I say? But I'll be looking forward to going back and really taking time to go back through this live, pull out the different clips, because more people need to hear this, okay? I know I share some value in this, and I am excited and looking forward to it, okay? Wow, time really flies when you realize you are a yapper. But I am so happy and grateful. So it is Friday night. What is anyone up to anything? I figured we all home. I think we're gonna have pizza for dinner tonight, so we're probably about to go figure that out and get that situated. But just talking about my weekend plans. First off, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. You a mother, no drama, okay? I'm looking forward to celebrating my mom on Sunday. On Saturday, though, I'm actually going to my first ever bridal shower. A friend of mine is getting married, and so I'm really excited. And the theme for the bridal shower, she asked us to wear something blue, so I'm very much looking forward to that. um, and just being able to celebrate her. I got her a cute little gift. I'm like, I doubt she's on here right now. So I got her this little PJ set. I got her this necklace, and I think I'm gonna get her like a gift card to somewhere. And I feel like I got one other thing, but I gotta double check. Because in true Black people fashion, I will be wrapping the gift together right before the event tomorrow. Because I gotta check my tissue bag, my tissue paper and gift bag reserves. I probably do need something though, but we'll see. I'm very home. I know that's right. Gas too high to be anywhere else. Anyway, hello. I just see, okay, what these delivery fee prices? But no, see, that's my problem though. I don't really do delivery food like that. Like if I'm like at a hotel or somewhere, yeah, like I'll do it. But because I'm like I waited so long to have a car, it's like all right, Kayla, as long as I can really drive and I feel capable, go ahead and drive. Get what you need. Get what you need. Get what food you need, and make it work. Okay. Ugh, grateful for that, man. So let's see. So just to end, because I'm sure I started off with some affirmations, so I'm gonna end with them. So for the day 14 creative stabilization plan, I talked about, well, actually the prompt for it, just to give y'all just a little tease, but just basically to think back. Okay, it's been 2 weeks in. How do you feel from day one to now? And I just talked about how one, literally, I'm here on YouTube. I haven't been on YouTube, y'all. I ain't even gonna look. It's been too long, okay, since I posted on YouTube, like a long form video on YouTube, gone live on YouTube, and I'm just really happy and grateful that I decided to come live today. Because literally, this is something like I could take the live and maybe even try to cut it into like a long form video or something. So I'm very excited for that and looking forward to it. So just showing that the ideas that I had, I'm making it real. I'm doing things that I've wanted to do but haven't made time to do. And just being able to sit in the fullness of that. I've been really grateful. So these are the affirmations that I wrote for myself yesterday. I am a talented graphic designer. My creativity can help others. I am my biggest cheerleader. And my words positively impact others. Sitting here on this live, even just being able to talk through the affirmations, the journaling that went through this week, the experiences that I've had, I know that whether you're watching this in real time or whether you're watching the replay, I know that my words will positively impact you. And if there is anything I want you to take from this live, it is that you belong in every room that you enter. You contribute to every interaction you have with others, and people enjoy having you in their lives. And I'm just so happy and grateful for today's, the first of many to come, and many more to come, Angel Talks Live. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Be sure to like this video, comment, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel when you hear the phrase I belong in every room I enter. Because I'm going to keep on saying it. But again, love bugs. My name is Kayla the Angel. I'm so happy and grateful I decided to show up today for our Angel Talks Live, and I will see you next time.